The story begins in the art studio of Basil Hallward, who is discussing a current painting with his friend Lord Henry. Henry thinks that the painting, a portrait of an extraordinarily beautiful young man, should be displayed, but Basil disagrees, fearing that his obsession with her portrait subject, Dorian Gray, can be seen in the work. Henry points out that beauty and young are fleeting, and Dorian declares that he would give his soul if the portrait were to grow old and wrinkled while he remained young and handsome. Basil gives the painting to Dorian. A few weeks later, Dorian has fallen in love with an actress, Sybil Vane, because of her great beauty and acting talent. Henry and Basil go with him to a theater to see Sybil, but her performance is terrible. Sybil explains to Dorian that now that she knows what real love is, she can no longer pretend to be in love on stage. Dorian wants nothing further though with her. When he returns home, he sees a cruel expression on the face of his portrait, and he decides to seek Sybil's forgiveness. Henry arrives the next day with news that Sybil committed suicide the previous night. Dorian has the portrait removed to his attic. Henry sends Dorian a book that he finds fascinating. Under the book's influence, Dorian spends the next year in the pursuit of caprices and becomes increasingly drawn to evil. One evening, he runs into Basil, who tells him that there are rumors that he has destroyed the lives and the reputation of many people. Dorian, however, refuses to accept blame. Basil declares that he clearly does not know Dorian, who responds by taking him to the attic to see the portrait. The painting has become horrifying. Basil tells Dorian that if this is a reflection of his soul, he must repent and pray for forgiveness, and suddenly arrange Dorian murders Basil. He blackmails another former friend into disposing of the body. Some weeks later, Dorian destroys the portrait and stabs it with a knife. His servants hear a scream, and when they arrive, they see a loathsome old man dead on the floor with a knife in his chest and a portrait of the beautiful young man he once was. You always have to be humble. Vanity is a bad attitude that poisons the soul, and in the end, if we do bad actions, they will remain in our conscience and will not let us rest. Seek to make good decisions. Be a good person with everyone regardless of how much or little power you have. We must accept ourselves as we are, since not doing so can cause serious eating disorders such as anorexia or bulimia, which can affect us a lot if we fall into them. We must always have a good attitude towards our patients.